No penalty for that, but there was a red card for this.
He does slap.
Does he catch it?
Rangers may have won, but I tell you what, folks, that red card decision is crazy. But it's split. It's split the Sky Sports studio. Chris Boyd and Chris Sutton, they don't really agree on much. But you know what, man? Why can't Chris Sutton just turn round and say, you know what? He shouldn't really raise his hand, but it's still a jokey decision. Because you know what? See, by raising of the hand by Diomonde, right? You are always going to ask the question of the referee. But at the same time, man, he doesn't even connect with him. And if you actually read the law, the rules, this will get appealed and this will get overturned. It is crazy, man. And you know what? The tinted specs have got to come off for this. I've just replied to someone in the Fog Football chat over on the match review, and it's like, if this happened right at Parkhead, or not even Parkhead, if this happened at Villa Park on Thursday, you know what I mean? Cal McGregor and who plays for Ollie Watkins, right, get into it a wee bit, and the exact same thing happens, and Cal McGregor gets sent off. I'm calling it a disgrace, because this is a disgrace. It should never ever be a red. You know what I mean? It's like, look at, but no, it baffles me. It's like there's Diomonde doesn't even connect with anything, right? Here, Declan Gallagher is the one pushing him and pushing him and pushing him a lot more violently than what Diomonde is even attempting to do. But like, we've normalised pushing, but like, you know, a fresh air shot to the face that wasn't any force behind is a fucking straight red. And you know, I've no issue with pushing. I just think football these days is full of fannies. And I think fair play to Declan Gallagher, because see, if this was somebody else, man, they'd have been fucking rolling about in the deck, even though there was no contact. But again, I think Nick Walsh has shat it. I think because Declan Gallagher has went over and you know, kept saying, oh, send him off, that's a red, that's a red. Nick Walsh has bottled it, and I cannot believe it's went too far, and he's no overturned it. Anyway, enough of what I've got to say. Let's see what Chris Sutton and Chris Boyd have got to say on the matter.
I think sometimes when you go to the monitor, you can be too stubborn. Sometimes you've just got to admit you got it wrong, and Nick Walsh should have. No excessive force, there's no brutality, and if I'm Rangers, I would have my appeal in right now.
It's, you know, in Dundee and Glasgow, would you say that that's violent conduct? I'm not so sure, but what I would say, you can't slap people in the face.
What are you saying about Dundee and Glasgow?
You just can't do that. I mean, but look there, he does slap.
I mean, I totally get Chris Sutton's point of, well, in Dundee and Glasgow, would that be counted as violent conduct? Of course it wouldn't, because there's no contact to be had. I mean, what is more violent, right? What happens from Declan Gallagher constantly shoving Diomonde, or Diomonde falling over and almost skimming Declan Gallagher with the lightest slap of all time. You know what I mean? Come on, folks, come on, damn it, play the game. It's like, if this happened against your team, you'd be fuming, and we've got to call it the officials. I just can't believe he's looked at the monitor and no gave this. I mean, I think this is just Sutton trying to appease the Celtic fans that no matter what are never going to say Rangers got done here. And you know what? I can hold my head up high and at least say if this was Celtic, I'd be calling it a disgraceful decision, because it is. I mean, there's nothing short of it. It's just it's crazy. You know, if he connect it, like I said in the review, if he connect it with like kicking out, because I mean his knee was up, but he didn't swing the foot enough. And if he connects with Declan Gallagher, right, well then I think you've got to view it as what happened with Maida midweek. You know, Maida swung out and he kicked the young boys player, and he got rightfully sent off. But there's no contact whatsoever.
Does he catch it? Does he catch him?
Well, yeah, I think he does catch him. Hence why. I mean, Nick Walsh was right on the spot there. Yeah. So I just think, so while we can criticise Nick Walsh, I think that the player has to show discipline.
So Chris Sutton seems to believe that Diomonde did catch him. The more I watch him, it doesn't even look like he connects with him. You know what I mean? And we've seen these, you know, friendly taps before, right? This isn't, you know, it's not like what Ryan Kent did against Scott Brown, right? And with VAR, that would be a red, right? I don't think anyone's going to fucking turn around and deny that. But I just don't get this. Like, Sutton is just so hell-bent on letting, I mean, it's like Rangers win 3-1 away. They get a red that should never have been given. And it's like, he is saying exactly what he needs to say in order to create drama. And it's exactly why Sky Sports hired him. You know what I mean? And it's exactly it's why we're making this video. Drama has been, you know, Chris Sutton's forte, and Boyd. I mean, let's not get it twisted. If this happened to Celtic, Chris Boyd would probably be saying the exact same thing. You know what I mean? They do like stirring the pot, so to speak.
Himself, and now he's going to miss a couple of games.
Maybe because
for Rangers, but you can't just go around slapping people.
Sean,
Chris.
you're smiling.
It's not allowed.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit inconclusive, even if he slaps him.
Send him off for that. You're just saying it's a free. All games should be a free for all.
No, free for all. I mean, there is no excessive force in that. There is no excessive force in that. There's no brutality at all. I mean, I cannot understand. Listen, Nick Walsh is right there, and from his angle, it might look as if he's caught him.
It's only 5 yards.
It's inconclusive.
But you're saying it's inconclusive. Nick Walsh is right on the spot.
Because I'm watching it about 40 times here, and we're still arguing about it, which tells us that it's not inconclusive.
We're not arguing.
Well, we are, because you're coming back at me. Shock.
So there we have it, guys. I mean, Chris Sutton and Chris Boyd arguing back and forth with each other. It's funny, Sutton said he's not arguing. They are arguing. I mean, Sutton could say you can't go around slapping people, and agreed. If Diomonde just went around and slapped, the 11 Dundee United players, of course he deserves to get sent off. But he's making a mountain out of a molehill here. Wrong decision by Nick Walsh. Should be appealed. Should be overturned. We move on. But of course it's been blown up. You know what I mean? And it's been blown up for the wrong reasons. It's been blown up because we've got a lot of people saying it should be a red. It should never be a red.